Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, or welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a card with a new cut file that I'm coming out with in my Etsy shop this week. And we're just going to jump right into it. I have everything prepped and ready to go this week, just to save me some time. So we're going to be making a card that says I love you, which is super cute. The first A will be a little volcano. So we're just going to get down to it. I'm going to start with the card base because I'm just going to do this assignment says stamp crackle background in a gray, just so that the card's not so white in the background. I'm going to take out this foam because I don't need it. And I like to do my stamps upside down for this. And then I'll just use temporary tape to adhere the card to the top and both the inside and the outside. Okay, so today we're using Lawn Fun's jellyfish ink in the background just to keep it more on the subtle side. Just gonna a little bit more work with the ink cubes, but I prefer to have the ink cubes over the big ink pad for space. I'm just gonna use this. And I'm gonna do that again. Also, this is just a dry erase foam from the dollar store. Helps give me some even pressure. I don't think I cleaned this one off properly the last time. I'm getting a little bit of transfer. That's okay though. Let me give it a bit more of a marbled look. And then this is not 100% covered, but I think that should be fine. So I'll just set that aside. And then we'll get started on some ink blending. So for the letters, I cut them out in orange, but I want to ink blend them from orange to red. So I'm going to use Lawn Fun's chili pepper ink and start ink blending up from the bottom. This will just help give it a little more ombre look and a little bit more interest. And the reason I'm starting with the letters is because it's much easier. This is like the easiest step for assembly. The volcano is a little bit more delicate, so it will take a little bit more work, but this is fairly easy. You could also cut all of these out in white and ink blend them, or use alcohol markers, but I decided to save myself some time and start with a colored cardstock. This is just a piece of white copy paper that's been laminated. I always use this as my palette. It's easy to wipe up and clean with the baby wipe, just paper towel and water even. If you use alcohol-based items, you can use a bit of rubbing alcohol to clean it, but I've been using this for years, so that's what I prefer to use. I'm going to blend this up a little bit. On this one. Okay, and that's our letters. Move those off to the side. And I'm just cleaning this with a little bit of water. For the little cloud eye, I'm going to use the jellyfish ink again. and just blend the edges a little bit so that it helps stand out a little bit more. I don't want it to be a stark white. Just lightly go over the top. Okay, I think that's good. Let's do the top a little bit more. There. That's pretty good for me. Just a little bit more water. Okay, so for the volcano, I cut them both in actually toned paper. I didn't use cardstock for this one, which is fine. I do have Nina Desert Storm, but this is just what I grabbed. The top layer has this little smiley face, a hole for where the lava will go, and some shadow lines. So for that, I'm gonna color this piece a little bit darker, just with an alcohol marker. If you have the Biannual ones from Amazon, it's Y976. And I'm just gonna color the whole background. Instead of cutting, you could cut this in a darker cardstock if you wanted to, but I thought this was just easier. And then we'll layer them together to give it some dimension. I'll use some alcohol to clean that up. Sometimes it doesn't come off perfectly, but that's okay. Actually, I'll leave this here because it might be easier. And all the little pieces that go on the inside, there's cute little blush cheeks. There's lava, the inside of the volcano, and this one bubbles out a little bit. I colored these all with alcohol markers while they were still attached to my brother's scan and cut sheet, just because that was easier. These are very small and delicate pieces, so you don't want to lose them. I'm just gonna adhere the volcano together. I glue all over the back. I'm just gonna dab it with my fingers. Bit. The top of this volcano is also a very, very delicate line, so you just want to be careful with that. This top line here. I might fix the cut file before I upload it. Hey guys, Future Liz here. So I did make those adjustments to the files, and I will put the link in the description down below so that you can go ahead and purchase it from my Etsy shop. Okay, and I'm just gonna put a little bit more glue in here and put my lava in. And I'm just gonna put a dot of glue here for the overflow, which looks like cute little bubbles. And then the cheeks I can put here. Use my pickup tool, that'll be easier. This glue also dries clear, so it won't look this messy when it's dry. I think I want the cheeks to stick out a bit. And that's my cute little volcano. And we can actually finish up the card now, which is, this is very quick once you get all these pieces cut. Also, I'm just gonna rub this off the back. Repositional tape is pretty good. Pretty easy to come off. You just rub it with your fingers, or if you have an adhesive remover, you can use that. For this, I also included this template in the cut file. It doesn't come with the box, just because I figured if you wanted to scale it up, you could, and you just create your own box in your cutting program. I use Brother Scan and Cut, so I use the canvas workspace for that. And I just did a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, so it perfectly fits on the front of the card. And then I'll just place it there so that I can place my elements. And you can take this in place. This is just painter's tape. Okay, so it's not perfect, but my card base might also be off. Okay, I'm gonna start with the cloud first. Just gonna put some glue in here. And I'll use my stick tool. Put it in there. I'm gonna pop up the volcano on some foam tape, so the rest of them I will pop down flat. The template. Just be careful not to lift your images so you don't mess them up. Okay. And that's our cute little I love a you card for today. Thanks again for joining me this week, guys. It's been a pleasure. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you again next week with some new cut files. Bye!